while we're out here on the farm, we decided we were going to take a look in the workshop. You can see we got some big equipment going on in here, but there's a couple old Dodges. So this one's like a 65 or a 66 because of the big headlight rings.
Got the high plate.
Yeah, so that one, big D300, which I think it'd be cool to take one of those and turn into a car hauler. Now this one is like a 70?
I think so, yeah.
Like a 70, and we have like a 93 Ram sitting here that was a 12 valve diesel, right?
Yeah.
And
in the middle of a presto changeover.
in the middle of a project looks like we got going on, but this would be a pretty cool old truck. So this is a D200. Oop, locked up. Cab's a little wobbly. They were still working on getting everything shimmed up and buttoned together, but man, that'd be a cool, oh, it was just because it's flexing maybe.
Yeah, we haven't mounted the body just yet.
I always loved on these trucks the shifter on the dash. Not all of them had the dashboard shifter. Some of them were over there. Got the little machine turned on the instrument bezel. This actually looks like a super solid truck. I mean, the cab corners and everything, all the sheet metal looks really good on this.
I think Dennis paid $400 for the truck, no engine or transmission, and had it delivered.
For 400 bucks? Oh my gosh. Well, that, I would say that's probably one of the best things about rolling around the farms up here in Idaho is there's an insane amount of old trucks just waiting for people to rescue them. Not saying that everyone wants to sell them, but they are out here. Yeah. And maybe you can get a good deal. I would have paid 400 bucks for this thing in a heartbeat. Super cool. Cracked open the garage so we get a little bit more light in. So this one's a Golden Hawk, right?
Packard Hawk.
Oh, so this is a Packard Hawk. I thought it was, were the Packards not silver and golden? It's just a Hawk, but this is one of the
Packard Hawk. This was original colors. It's got the Paxton supercharger on it. I think it's a 289.
Pretty rare car because I think
4-speed posi track rear end.
a 4-speed posi supercharged Packard Hawk.
Yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, Uncle Dennis said he searched the registry and there was only a couple of them that were at this option level still existing.
Not too many, which is really funny. Packard doesn't really claim them. The Studebaker doesn't claim them. So only half the books you look at
show them.
will ever show them, yeah.
Man, even I like the mirrors. The detail on the back of the mirrors is cool. And then we've got a 68.
I think so.
Cornet 500. And this is actually a really nice car that
got the 3 lights going across the back.
My cousin got at auction at some point and then pretty much drove it about halfway across the country.
And got like 25 miles a gallon.
got 25, 26 miles to the gallon, and it is a very nice car. I actually wish this was the one that was loaded up on the back of the trailer right now, because it is a very nice car. And then check this out.
Cool. Did you see the inside of this one?
Yeah, I'll get in. Yeah, let's get in the inside of the Packard here. Look at that dash. That's cool. I like the horn.
These back seats.
The horn emblem. This looks like, is the interior all original in this? Because we're looking. Yeah. It's looking a little dry, but it's still all there.
No, it's all
here's my cousin's Baja, and I'll try and get around on the other side. But if you look, it actually has a Ford Taurus SHO 3-liter V6 in the back of it. I bet this thing moves like crazy. It's got a Ford emblem on the dash. Diamond plate door panels. Good shape. One of my first Volkswagens were Bajas. I always liked Bajas, although I got myself in trouble a couple of times out driving around. One more quick look at the Packard, and then that Cornet 500. Man, that's a nice car. Really like it. That's it for this spot. Well, we're at another stop here, and one of my favorite old power wagons, we got a crew cab. And apparently, what were you saying, John, Uncle Dennis?
Oh, this was up here on the hill, and seen it and stopped in and traded the guy 5 1-ton bales of hay for it and drove it home.
Traded 5 bales of hay for it.
Yeah.
I always like this hood.
Yeah.
I always like these hood on the Barracuda. Couple dusters. This one's got some fat old tires on the back. Firebird Raceway. So this one went down the track a couple 2 or 3 times. Yeah, all my friends in high school were all into dusters, and I was more into the B bodies, the bigger cars.
Oh my world. There was a nest of something in there.
It's a gold duster. Got an earlier 442 sitting over here. And then this was a TDI Jetta that I guess they pulled the engine out and put in a Toyota pickup somewhere. You see we got the cows hanging out. Well, we've got a few more Barracudas. Man, look at the Bondo that was on the front of that one. But got bucket seats, almost no dash left in it. This poor one looks like it has, this one had a rough life and a rough death on this one. That roof is bad, but still got the engine in it.
Watch the wasp nest on this one.
Ooh, yeah, I see some wasps.
Yeah,
Wasps
I'm
flying
right
out.
there.
But this
That's
white
there.
one here, it's missing the back window. Doesn't look too bad, although it almost looks like somebody shot it with BBs right there. You see all the paint chips out of it, but oh, missing front and back windows and no interior. The dash is there. Might actually be able to make a halfway decent car out of this one using the parts from the other two. Let's see what we got in the shop. Whew. More trucks. Oh, I think this is the little Toyota. Might be too dark in here. But that Jetta or Passat, was it a Jetta or Passat? I didn't notice.
It's a Jetta TDI.
But there's where the little diesel motor out of that Volkswagen out there made it into this Toyota. My buddy would think that was pretty cool. He's a huge Toyota guy. This looks like a nice little pickup. Looks like a nice little pickup. It's funny because I swear I almost think I saw this one on Craigslist a while back. This is another pretty clean looking old pickup.
About as original as it gets.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I remember, I swear I remember seeing this one on Craigslist. Another nice old farm truck. Smells pretty rich.
Yeah, old gas.
Old gas. I just love old Dodges. Old Dodge pickup trucks.
He got him. He got him for this.
All the moldings.
Well, that's pretty rare stuff. He's gonna put it on the orange one with the diesel in it.
Yeah.
I told him don't. So why would you do that?
It's a clean truck.
Leave it
I didn't
alone.
know he had so many of the trucks now.
Well, he just got these
A bunch of them?
month or two, yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
This one I think's got the shifter on the column.
Ooh. Yep.
This one's got the big kind of. I hate to say it, but I think it looks a little goofy.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the 64 grills look good, and the 69, 70 grills look good. 70 up to 72, I think, had that front end. But I think it was the 65, 66s that had the big pie dishes like that.
I don't know. Were they trying to get the light to shine out farther, or give it more?
The funny thing is, I could be wrong, but I think all the fenders are the same. I think you could actually put that grill on this truck.
You're probably right.
But yeah, I'm with you. This grill setup was never my favorite. It's not bad,
Looks a little funny.
but cool old trucks. Well, we're up at my uncle's house and we're actually going to check out a couple of his really nice cars. We got to look at all the cars that were out in the fields and a couple of ones that were hiding in the workshops, but he's got a couple of nice ones hiding up here in the garage. So we're going to take a look and I'm going to coax him into talking about them. So we'll see how that goes. All right, Uncle Dennis, what do we got sitting in the garage here?
This is a 71 Roadrunner. It's a super track pack car. It's a 410 with the Hemi 4-speed air grabber hood. It's a 6-pack car. It's a V-code car. I had a chance to buy it and I really didn't like that body style, and I said no, I didn't like it. And then about 5 years later, the guy says, you know, that's a V-code car, and I thought, yeah, I think I like it. Anyway, they made, I believe, 247 of them 4-speeds, and this is a 4-speed car, original color. We did put some tires on it.
Yeah, look at this thing has some of the fattest tires ever on the back of this car. I always like the machine gun tips.
Yeah, I remember the cars with the stripes on the hood, but I later found out those were GTXs. But one day, if I wasn't ever going to sell it, I'd probably put the stripes on the hood because I like them.
Yeah.
But right now, it's the way it was, except for we darkened the side to match that's a half hood or half
Vinyl top.
vinyl top.
Let's see. Take a look under the hood real quick. Whoa. And let's see. Go back around the other way here. I personally always like these cars. I think I'm one of the weird ones that always like this body style.
The older guys like the square body, the younger guys
Well,
like the round.
I really like what's under the car cover too. That's the one that you got as a rolling. It was pretty complete, but no engine, right?
No engine.
No engine.
But it did have the. This is another track back car with 410s.
We're gonna have to pull the
They
cover
were-
off
they
real
were-
quick, you know.
Yep.
We'll pull the.
Shoot the inside of this, bud.
Yeah, let's see. I didn't know which side. This side probably easier to see, but there's the pistol grip. Oh, super nice car.
We redid the gauge and stuff, but we left the mileage that was on it. I actually have only drove this car 4 miles.
4 miles.
This car here went to a car show one time, and there's probably 50 miles on it.
50 miles on this one. Can I help you take the cover off here, or at least partially off, so we can get a look?
This is the way we found it, and we said, give me the bad time about. When I found this car, this red or orange, and this orange was pink.
Oh,
Anyway, I knew what it was as soon as I seen it, but people say they never put it on there, but I put it back because it was original paint. And like I said, this and this was pink, and also the stripe down here was also the same colored pink.
oh yeah.
And so I did do that. But I'm sure I'm gonna hear about it, but that's the way I found it.
Yeah.
I don't know if a dealer did it. I don't know who did it. I liked it. I left it.
Left it. Which this actually is probably one of my favorite Mopar colors. I love this color green on this
My
car.
brother-in-law Rick did most of the work on these cars. He had a body shop and he had 7 guys working, and this one was in his shop 7 years, and this was in his shop. Another gentleman took over named Mo in Gooding. This was probably about 4 to 5 years in his shop. They did what else they do for me? they're working on a Roadster, and they have a Monty. I like oddball stuff, things that they never made very many of. But I really wasn't a green fan, but this F8, I believe it is, the darker green I like now. And at night it's almost a black looking, with the contrast. I like it. I did call, I've forgotten where I got that interior. I didn't think I would. Anyway, I said, you know, it's green. I really don't like. He says, you just let me do it. And he actually put a 68 interior in this car, and I really like the way it looks. It looks a lot better than the 69.
Like, let me see if I can halfway get in without getting too close.
Anyway,
there we go. You see another 4-speed.
I had a hard time finding that actual green, but I see that they make them now online for the horn, and I do need a different one. I tried my best
To find one.
I couldn't find one, but now they're remaking them, so I think we can get a good one.
Yeah, I remember when you came down to Salt Lake and picked this one up from my buddy's dad.
Yeah, no, I paid more for the air intake. It's a single carburetor, and they weren't remaking them back then. And I paid almost as much for the intake as I did for the car, because he didn't think I'd take him up on it. It did have some rust, which we took all out and put new quarters on, but the quarters were the only thing that were rusted. Of course, there was another bad spot. These cars always have a bad spot right
Under the windows, under the back window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have another GTX that's plum crazy purple that one day I'd like to fix. It's actually a 70, but wheels antique. That's where I got the wheels, and it was legendary
For the interior.
interior. That's where it was. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I thought. But the air grabber hood was all original on this car. I believe it's an N96. Anyway, both these cars, when I was working on them, I had guys that wanted to see if it was really what it was. There's a press tab on Dodges on the passenger side, also on the radiator, and also in the back here, and on the door. And I didn't, on this one, I didn't replace the actual original tag on both these cars. Were good enough that I didn't put the factory or aftermarket factory for the build date and whatnot in the doors. I had to go around it.
Kept the original part.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can't believe you've only driven this one like 4 miles.
That's all I got. I came from town to here.
Wow.
4 miles in how many years?
8.
8 years, 4 miles in 8 years. Oh man.
We wash it every year, but we should get a cover like it. This one really got a nice paint job.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, but this one here, the only thing I needed, they have it so it's, I forgot what they call it, crinkle. But it had these chrome, they were supposed to fix it, and that cost me a lot for nothing.
Yeah.
But I found some.
So it should have been more like what's in there.
It's a black that goes right in here. Anyway, when I got it back, I was bummed out. This here, can't tell you how long I was looking for that thing to find a good one, because they weren't popping these things. I had this car probably.
It's about 20 years, isn't it? It was around 99, 2000, if I remember. It's been about 20 years.
98.
Is it that? Yeah, so.
98. And like I said, this one here, I didn't want it at first. And then I seen the Dana, and it was a 4-speed car originally. So I liked that. There's the guy, he laughed because I also bought a Dart from him, which I sold to a friend, Steve Whitaker. And it's a 1970 340 car. And that's a nice car. It's a nice car.
Yeah.
But he's into A-bodies. And I actually bought his car when I was in high school. And him and his brother bought 2 Dusters, brand new, and ran them super stock. One was yellow and one was blue. And the blue one was the faster one, and that's the one I got. But it was up here at this elevation, 2,500 feet we are.
Yeah.
It ran a 12.2. And Steve, super stock back then, he was, in fact, he raced Stan McCullum, that was his name. He had a 68 Roadrunner 383 car, and they raced for super stock back then. And Steve Whitaker won. It was 72.
Wow.
Out of Firebird.
Wow.
Anyway.
That's cool.
I got a few other cars, but they're not done. I got a Barracuda. It's a 70. It's a lime green car, and it's a nice car. I like 4-speeds.
Yeah.
It's a Dana
That's
Marin.
one thing I've missed out on. All of my cars have all been automatics. I haven't had any 4-speed muscle cars.
Now it's different. Back then they were trying to use Vega converters and all sorts of junk to try to make them fast. And I actually seen guys walk up to a car, oh, it's an automatic. Well, I guess I was in that era. It wasn't any faster, but you could make it do more things.
Yeah.
But anyway, 4-speed. But honestly, the Duster was the fastest car I ever had.
Yeah.
Had a 69 Corvette that was top end the fastest if you could keep it on the road. But the quarter mile, the Duster was the fastest.
The quickest.
Yeah, the Z28. I had to put a different motor in it to make it fast. I'm sorry, but stock Z28s were.
Which, yes, you saw the Z28 in the barn a little earlier.
Yeah.
I actually said, I'm sure I'm gonna get people wondering about that car. Well, my uncle's had that car forever.
Since I was 14, so
Wow.
1973.
Wow.
It's a 71. It's last year of the solid lifter. It was only a 330 horse, but big block. Big block is big block.
Yeah.
So you had to really rev those things. But like the Duster, it'd go 7,000. It was a pretty good car. 430 gears.
Whew.
So, but that was the problem. Everywhere.
It couldn't go down. Couldn't go anywhere without it wrapped up. That's crazy.
5 miles a gallon.
Oh.
Yeah, 430 gears.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, cool. Thanks for showing us your cars. I hope I actually, because I've remembered the Camaro since I was super little. I hope one of these days it's sitting in the garage redone.
Yeah,
but
it needs to be. But that's the last car I'm going to do.
Is the Camaro? I know you've got some other crazy projects going on right now. A couple street rod and some other stuff being built.
Yeah, it's a 35 Oldsmobile convertible. They made less than, I think, 400.
Wow.
It was the straight 8.
Yeah.
And because of that, we were able to put actually it's got a blower all under the hood, and you wouldn't even know it's.
Wow.
It's a 671.
That'll be cool. That'll be a cool one. That'll be a cool one.
Just takes money.
Hi, pups. Well, everyone's waiting on us for food, so I think
Time to go.
we'll call it.